But we, as Coalition of Gender-Based Violence Responders, are saying Karen's life matters. Karen's life what? Matters. Karen's life what? Matters. That is what we are saying, and we will not be tired. If it is only me left, we will lead a one-man campaign till justice is done. But I can assure you, more Nigerians are coming out. Justice for Keren, justice for Sylvester, because as we seek justice for Keren and seek justice for Sylvester, we are trying to safeguard all other children. Remember, in various schools as we speak, there are plenty Kerens, there are plenty Sylvesters. Some will not die, but they would have been damaged psychologically for life through trauma. So we need to begin to hold government accountable, and the time starts now.
Members of the Coalition of Gender-Based Violence Responders staged a peaceful protest at the Unity Fountain, Abuja, on Wednesday, seeking justice over the death of 14-year-old Karen-Happuch Akpagher, a student of Premiere Academy Lugbe, Abuja, who was sexually molested in the school. Recall that on the 22nd of June 2021, Karen-Happuch died in a hospital in Abuja. According to hospital reports, it was discovered that she was raped, sodomized, and a condom was found in her private part, which resulted to her developing sepsis. The disease subsequently led to her death. The leader of GBV, Lemi Ugegbe, accused the Minister of Education, FCT, and Women Affairs of keeping mute since this incident occurred.
We are dismayed and disgusted at the conspiracy of silence and inaction by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, the Minister of Women Affairs, and the Minister of Education. These three ministers have a statutory responsibility to ensure the safety of our children, to ensure the safety of educational facilities, and to ensure that our children are safe everywhere within the Federal Capital Territory and in all educational institutions across Nigeria. Since 5 months ago, exactly June 22nd, when Karen-Happuch Akpagher died, the Minister of the FCT feels unresponsible and unresponsive to the fact that a child died under his watch in circumstances that never should have happened. The Minister of Education, who should be embarrassed, Malam Adamu, that in a school under his watch, a child was allegedly raped and killed. The Minister of Women Affairs, the one who for so long has been on a frolic of subterfuge and hypocrisy, deceiving Nigerians and the world that she's big and heavy on women and children, and I refer to Dame Pauline Talin. No testimonial is as resounding as the testimonial Dame Pauline Talin has signed by a conspiracy of silence and inaction since 5 months after Keren died.
Lemi accused them of favoritism, citing the case of the boy in the federal government college, Kwali, who died after his teacher flogged him. He said the case was promptly attended to because the boy was the son of a politician.
I recall that 2 months ago, a boy who should never have died in the circumstance he died in federal government Kwali was allegedly beaten by a teacher and he died. The thing trended on social media. Within 1 hour of it trending, Dame Pauline Talin and Malam Adamu rose to take action because that little boy was grandson to a political bigwig. But when it came to Karen-Happuch Akpagher, a 14-year-old child of ordinary Nigerians, Dame Pauline Talin, in her hypocritical silence and inaction, kept quiet. Malam Adamu has kept quiet. FCT minister, very irresponsibly silent. There is no reason why these ministers I have called, other than the conspiracy of silence and inaction, serving the interest of the elites, will keep Premiere Academy open till now, will not take steps. By their silence and inaction, they incentivize rape, embolden pedophilia, embolden the rapists, make our schools unsafe for our children, and endanger humanity and our future.
Ugebe also accused the National Human Rights Commission of compromise. He said,
"The National Human Rights Commission that we gave a petition has acted in ways that have shown that it's clearly compromised. The National Human Rights Commission 3 months ago got a petition from the Coalition of Gender-Based Violence Responders. I was signatory to that petition about Keren. They neither called me the petitioner who filed a complaint about the death of Keren, neither did they call the mother of Keren or any family member whatsoever. But we have it on record that more than 2 months ago, they met with Premiere Academy Lugbe. And after that meeting, they have done nothing else. What more shows compromise?
He called on President Muhammadu Buhari to do the needful in ensuring that the culprits are brought to book.
And we shall ask the president, and we hereby ask him, do the needful, and so that history will be kind on you, that you protected, Mr. President, that you shouted when you should shout, and you sacked ministers for ignoble roles of silence and inaction in making us struggle and gravel and struggle.
Vivian Akpagher, mother of the deceased, asked that justice be granted to the family.
Justice. Just justice. And closure. Justice so that it doesn't happen to another Nigerian child.
Meanwhile, the House of Representatives on Tuesday stepped into the matter and ordered an investigation into the case after a member, Mark Tisia Bila, moved a motion on the floor of the House. The lawmakers during plenary said the matter needed to be properly handled by the police. They mandated the House Committees on Education, Youth Development, and Women Affairs and Social Development to follow up with the investigation.
But when it came to 14-year-old Karen-Happuch, despite entreaties, despite publicity, despite even correspondences and ultimatums issued, they have kept mum.